Hello and welcome to the Rugby League Outsiders prediction video, the only prediction video that counts, in our opinion. My name's Craig.
And my name's Karl. We haven't mentioned the leaderboard.
Oh, the fuck, you said the leaderboard. I'm not interested in the leaderboard.
You keep skipping over this every week now.
Yeah, well, because I'm so far behind.
You're 5 points behind.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, 5 points. We both got 100% last weekend.
All right. we both games playing.
Both Challenge Cup games, yeah.
Yeah, 5 points behind. I mean, we've still got half the season left to go, but it's looking bleak, isn't it?
Oh,
hopefully I can make some decent decisions this week.
Got a forfeit in hand yet?
Well, let's see how we get on first. I'm not just going to volunteer for a forfeit now when I'm 5 behind and we're halfway through the season.
Right.
So
yeah. Okay.
We'll see. Okay. So 6 interesting games in prospect. So Karl, let's get into it. So on the Friday we got 3 games. The first of which Castleford Tigers versus Hull FC.
Yeah, our good old friends Hull FC. Everyone keeps talking about. They're just disaster zone, isn't it? Hull FC at the minute. Last time out, they lost to London, which it don't get any worse than that. Well, no, to be fair, London have been building, so I expected them to pick a win up. I got that one right. Castleford, their fortunes are a bit all over the place. I mean, they had a really difficult start to the season, but the last 3 games have won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1. So they're starting to get a bit of momentum. This game's at the Jungle. I fancy Castleford for this one.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I'm going with Castleford for this one. I think Hull FC are going to have a turning point in the season at some point, potentially. I don't think it's yet, and I don't think it's for at least another couple of weeks. Something big has got to happen there for them to change the trajectory of their future.
Interesting though, the bookies have only got a 4-point advantage to Castleford on this one.
But it's still an advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not huge. Yeah. If you're a betting man, it's not bad odds really.
So both going for Castleford there. Also at 8 o'clock, we've got Huddersfield Giants versus Leigh Leopards.
Right, Huddersfield, they're not there at the minute. They've lost the last 4. They looked a mile off against Warrington this week in the Challenge Cup. There's no cohesion in their team, and there's gaps all over in their defensive line. They're not.
Well, yeah, but that's not a sentiment that Ian Watson has. When we listened to him in the press conference at the weekend, he was sort of saying that he doesn't think he's in a rut. You know, actually, when you look at the run of form in the last 4, they've played some big teams, and there has been moments where it's been promising. So he doesn't quite agree. Whether he's just giving it the party line for the cameras or whatever, who knows? But it definitely seems to me like they're hot and cold. Predominantly cold, so for me, I'm going to go for a Leigh win on this.
They may be without Jake Connor as well this week.
Yeah,
having been sin-binned at the weekend, so we're recording this before the discipline hearing. So, yeah, I don't know with Huddersfield this year. They've been inconsistent, and then they went on a good run of form, but like losing the last 4, and Leigh are playing well. Leigh won, didn't they, last time out? 40 points to 12 against Salford. Leigh have got everybody fit at the minute. I think that's made a big difference to their team. They haven't got the biggest squad. They haven't got a lot of strength in depth, but when they're all fit, I think I'm going to go with Leigh as well. Yeah,
they're certainly going to be fresher because they've had that little break. 6-day turnaround for Huddersfield since Challenge Cup semi-final match on Sunday. So, I'm going Leigh. I think we both agree on that, do we?
Yeah, Leigh for me.
Okay, next game, the final game on that Friday night. Also 8 o'clock, Sky Sports action. You've got St Helens versus Leeds.
Yeah, so Tommy Makinson's announced this week that he is leaving St Helens. They haven't said where he's going. I think that'll come out a bit later in the season, but it's predicted to be Catalans, I think, with Tom Johnston going back to Wakefield.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
It seems to be the place where you've had someone like a lifetime Saints player, and then or fancy something different, a bit of a challenge. Perhaps don't want to go to the NRL because maybe too old now to cut it in the NRL, but also too far to travel with your family and everything. Doesn't perhaps want to go to like a rival team within England, so therefore the answer for a lot of people is go to Catalans and have a couple of years in the south of France and just
wind down.
Mickey Mack is absolutely just absorbed. He's loving that life out there. Sam Tompkins loved it as well. Bought himself a vineyard and all that. You know what I mean?
Who'd have thought it?
Yeah, who'd have funked it?
Yeah. Saints are second in the table at the minute. doing all right. They're not the Saints of old, but they're doing well. I'd say they're doing all right. Second in the table, they're doing well. Leeds, on the other hand, although they're only a couple of points off the sort of top 4-5 teams, Rowan Smith's not inspiring me at the minute.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I'm honest, he has, as a Leeds fan, he's not inspired me since his arrival, really. I really don't like the way he conducts himself in the press conferences, and I watch every behind the scenes video at Leeds, and I watch every internal press conference that they do, and I don't really like it. I don't it's not really for me. It's very flat.
You said to me he treats every game the same, doesn't he? Whether he's playing St Helens or he's playing London or he's playing Hull.
Well, he tries to. He tries to.
Yeah.
But whether he does or not, whether the players do, I don't know. But sometimes you need some emotion to do something incredible, or to you can't just expect players just to be robotic and just tick the way through the season with every game being the same. All right, you can have consistency in your prep, consistency in your approach, but every now and again you need a story to get behind.
You need a bit of fire, don't you?
Something.
In your belly.
Yeah, it needs to come from somewhere.
You need a bit of that Sam Burgess, grit about you, don't you?
Yeah, you need a reason why. The great story I tell people all the time, like a little coaching metaphor, if you like, and it's like if you had a plank of wood on the floor, then you know what I mean, and I offered you a £5 to walk across it, you'd do it, no problems. However, if that plank was suspended between two skyscrapers and you was 1,000 feet off the floor, would you do it for a £5? And you'd be like, well, no. And because the consequences are so dire, right? You fall off, you're dead. Yeah. Now, imagine that the other skyscraper was on fire and your kids were in that top floor. Would you go across the plank? 100%. Yeah. What's different? The why.
Yeah.
The only thing that's different is the why.
I'm trying how you're linking this with Leeds Rhinos at the minute.
Well, because they need to. They need to create a big reason why. They can't have every game just the same.
Yeah, I suppose. Do you know the year that Leeds finished outside the top?
Yeah.
The top 5, was it?
No, they finished 5th position.
Yeah, and
everyone wrote them off. They're like, no one's ever done it. Well, we can be the
and
first.
that's what Sinfield dug in on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I remember his speech after they won the grand final, and he was, everybody doubted us and all the rest of it. So yeah, you're probably right. They need to find something, Leeds. Yeah. Or I think they're gonna. Before too long, they're going to find themselves out of that mix.
And this is the other thing that does it for me. So, there's this. We talked a couple of weeks ago about this. Rowan Smith seems to have this ability to take a real good quality star from other teams and make them bang average at Leeds. He's done it a couple of times now, and Brodie Croft is a freaking prime. Don't get me wrong, he's playing well, but he was a star. He lit up Super League, the previous year. And if they've got this robotic approach, this robotic, thought about every game, is that why? Do these players need something more powerful to play for, and to make these stars? Because they ain't working for me at the minute. So anyway, another rant. I love a little
controversial opinion. That one.
Yeah. So anyway, so because of that, as a Leeds fan, I'm going to back Saints. I think Saints are going to win it this week.
I think Saints are going to win it this week. Yeah, I think at home. I've had a bit of a rest. Yeah, Saints for me.
Yeah, okay, so moving on to the Saturday then. Just one game on the Saturday night, 17:30, so 5:30, Sky Sports action. You've got Catalans, Les Dracs versus Sam Burgess's guys at Warrington Wolves.
Yeah, and we've got a bit of inside knowledge on this one, haven't we? Because, Warrington are actually going out for the week to the south of France. So they didn't have a broad training camp this year. He sort of told us this. And yeah, they always earmark this weekend to take the boys out to south of France. I think they've just won the Challenge Cup semi-final. I think they're going to put the feet up, and I think Catalans are going to roll them this week.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, hell. Yeah. Well,
and that goes against everything I was saying in our news show that's going out tomorrow. Because I love what Warrington are doing. They're playing with so much spark, so much freedom. They're just firing on all cylinders. Their attack is free flowing. But when you just got that hunch, I think this was such a big game for Warrington, the semi-final, that they've got up for that. They're doing well in the league. I think they're going to take the foot off the gas a little bit this week, and I can see a Catalan win coming.
Yeah, well, I mean, I definitely hear where you're coming from. I think, they're obviously going out there early to have a week out in the south of France. They've got something to celebrate because they're heading towards Wembley. They're going to recalibrate and crack on with the season. I don't think there'll be quite the Challenge Cup hangover that you think there is.
Right.
And I think they're going out a week early to help acclimatise. It's been warm in England, so that will have helped with the temperatures out in Catalan. I've got a Warrington win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're split there on that one.
Yeah.
That makes it a bit interesting.
It should be interesting. Catalan, I think they lost a couple. They won last week, didn't they, against Leeds? And I think they'll win again this week.
Okay, well, let's see. Right, moving on to the Sunday then. Sunday the 26th. 2 games on Sunday this time. Starting off with London versus Hull KR, 3 o'clock, Sky Sports Arena.
Yeah, so London, great game last time out. Picked up the big win against Hull FC. Can they kick on from that and really sort of start to kickstart their season? I don't think so against Hull KR. No.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it'd be a great fairy tale story if they could take two Hull scalps, in back-to-back games. But I don't think they're going to do it, and I don't think anyone out there really thinks that London will beat Hull KR this week.
I think Hull KR are going to be hurting as well from the Challenge Cup loss this weekend. I think they really just want to get back on the horse. I think they'll be firing at London this week. What is surprising, the bookies have got 24-point advantage to Hull KR.
So what you're saying is worth a bet?
Well, do you think they're going to beat London by more than 24 points? What are you saying? I don't think they will.
No, in my head I was trying to work out whether I think it's going to be a close game or a runaway game for Hull KR. I think
London are going to be playing on some renewed optimism. I don't think they'll shift that many points against Hull KR. I think they'll be in the running. I don't think they'll lose by more than 24.
Right. Okay. Well, I think it's going to be
not that I'm any expert on betting, so please don't listen to me.
Yeah, don't put your house on it. No, I think it's going to be a comprehensive win for Hull KR. So again, slightly, although we've got the same team to win, we think the way that it'll unfold is different. So, okay, moving on to the second game then on that Sunday, also 3 o'clock, you got Salford Red Devils against Wigan Warriors.
So Salford have won their last 4 of 6. Wigan have won the last 5 of 6. Loss coming against Hull KR, wasn't it? You just, yeah. I'll let you go first on this one.
Oh, thanks.
Go on. What's your thoughts?
So my thoughts are Wigan, they're not putting many feet wrong this season. I think they're going to be a little bit too strong for Salford. So I've got a Wigan win for this game. By 10 points. I don't know what the score will be, but I think they'll win by 10 points. If anything, the semi-finals to go on, if they carry that form on, they're going to...
Yeah, I would expect Wigan to win, and I think Wigan are going to finish top of the table this year. But you just never know with Salford. Every now and then, they are the team that just... Every now they pick a win up when you're not expecting it, and then they'll go and they lost a lead, didn't they, in the last game? But yeah, they claim some big scalps every now and then, so it could be one of those games. But yeah, I'm going to play it safe. I think we're going to win that one. Okay, just to summarise then, both got Castleford to beat Hull, both got Leigh to beat Huddersfield. I'm going Saints. I'm going Saints as well, yeah. We're split on the Karl and Warrington game. That's going to be an interesting one to watch on the Saturday. You're going to Hull KR. We're both going Hull KR, both going Wigan. Yes. Okay, so potentially I could get a point back here. Good luck. See, this is why you let me go. Anyway, I've worked out. By the way, we're waffling a little bit, so let's wrap this video up. But basically, what happens is we print off the fixtures, and then Carl's like, "Right, should we have a drink?" And I toddle off and make the coffee. Meanwhile, Carl's on the old interwebs doing his research and working out who's done what and the form. I come back in, I'm like, "There you are, mate. There's your coffee. Enjoy it." He's like, "Right, let's go straight into the recording," and then ends I'm 5 points behind. That's what I'm blaming anyway. It's all bollocks. All right, okay, so thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And if you haven't checked out our Set of 6 news show, which comes out tomorrow at 6 o'clock, then make sure you do, because loads of interesting stories there. Not just Super League, women's game, wheelchair game, internationals, all that. And the podcast on Thursday.
Yeah, and
don't forget that one.
And podcast going on Thursday where we took to talk to Simon Groves of Try Tag Rugby in Coventry and Warwickshire. Really interesting. And he's a massive Salford fan, so we dig into that a little bit as well. Anything to finish, Karl?
No.
Right, we're out of here.